this is an anti-vision. Think about all the jobs you've done in the past. Think about all the experiences you've had in the past. All those things accumulate into the negative experiences of those situations. So you could have had a shitty driving job, for example. You could have had a shitty office job. You could have realized retail isn't for you, or customer service, you absolutely hate it. And you're sitting in these different situations, whether you're on the phone, whether you're face to face with a customer, whether you're just typing along on a keyboard all day, clicking around Excel sheets, whatever it is. If these things grind you, that is part of your anti-vision. Okay? An anti-vision allows you to see what you don't want in the world, so you can move away from them quickly and move more towards the opposite of them, which is more likely going to be aligned with what your passion and your purpose on this planet is actually here and like inspired you to attain, right? So I got this concept from Dan Koe, incredible content creator. I follow him on YouTube and Instagram, but he has he's everywhere, basically, Twitter as well, I think. But his whole philosophy is turning yourself into a personal brand by synthesizing other people's content and putting it out there for your purposes, basically. So I'll definitely highly recommend check out Dan Koe. But this anti-vision concept that I got from him was just something of a new way of reframing how to actually attain goals, how to actually get what you want out of life. For example, when I was 16, 17, 18, I had jobs in retail, right? So I was putting clothes on the hangers, putting them on the rails, taking them out. I've worked in a ton of different retail stores, where suit shops, Next, Sports Direct. There's actually loads. There's no point getting into it. But what I realized after all these different tried and failed careers, and it wasn't even careers, to be honest. It was more just summer jobs and just jobs while I was at uni and stuff. But while I was doing these, the hatred I felt by doing these jobs, the people were cool. The actual job was soul destroying. And for people who are in retail, fair play. If you can hack it and this is you love it, cool. What I found, I absolutely hated everything about it. The managers, the staff that comes, the customers that come in and expect the world from you. You're standing on your feet all day. You're not passionate about this type of job, and you're just constantly coming in, clocking in. Your feet hurt after every single shift. You're dealing with dickhead customers or dickhead staff members and stuff like that. So there's so many different things that add into the experience of being at a retail environment, that I vowed when I was 18 or 19, I'm never gonna have a retail job again. And it was the specific things that are in these jobs as well. So when I went to a different company, or I went to a different industry completely, and I still found dickhead people, dickhead staff, or the job I was doing was so mundane, or I was even if I was doing a mundane task, I could zone in on it, kind of thing. Some jobs didn't allow me to wear headphones so I can listen to my own music whilst doing these admin boring tasks, right? And it's just why would you not let me do that? I want my the best way to inspire me as a person is to give me the freedom to let me do the role how I see fit, and providing the work's being done, surely there's no issue, right? But there's some companies, there's some people, there's some dickheads out there who just want to assert their power over you. And me discovering that, it made me realize that I hate authority of any kind, telling me what to do with my day. It's different when you're in an environment where you all right, cool, got your task list. All right, now go at it, get the job done that day. That's fine. Come back, whatever. But when they're micromanaging you, calling you constantly over your shoulder, oh, don't do that, sending you emails constantly, oh, you did this wrong. Just let me do my job. And at the end of the day, the whole thing will be resolved, right? But that's what I realized I don't want. That's part of my anti-vision. These people who are constantly on your back, assessing the work that you're doing, that is part of my anti-vision. I don't want that type of person in my life managing me, or around me to kind of nitpick everything I'm doing, right? Same with customer service. When I was on the phones, I can't remember what I was saying, pensions or something about pensions. I was helping people access their pensions and stuff like that. Some boring shit. The people there were actually sick. I made some good friends there, but the work itself was so mundane. I was just constantly taking calls. I must have taken 200 calls a day, all inbound calls. and it's just like you're hearing the same shit with the same customers. It's like, okay, this mundane type of atmosphere, this mundane type of environment, the same like, oh, what's your date of birth, what's your security, let's get you put through security, etc. Let's get you, all right, so this is part of your pension, what would you like to know? And then they ask some dumb question that they can just Google, like, so all these things, right? I'm just realizing, okay, this is not what I want to do. Something mundane like this, it doesn't stimulate me, it doesn't help me grow mentally, it's not fulfilling. So I need to find something that's way more creative. And through this iteration process, through this like going through the trenches, in establishing what you like, what you don't like, creating your anti-vision, when you then go for the next job or start your own business or side hustle that turns into a business, etc., you're more empowered to be like, all right, I know I don't like doing the SEO side of things, so my first hire is going to be an SEO guy. Or I know that I like creating the videos, but the thumbnails maybe, or the titles, maybe that's not my forte, and like I want to outsource that. So I know now this is where I need to be like focused, and I can hire other people for the other type of things, the other like things that make the job get done, but it's not the highest leverage for me, and it's not the highest fulfillment for me either. So I can outsource these different things, the things that I don't want to do to other people, right? So as you can see, I'm creating this anti-vision, and it's establishing what my actual vision is, because it's the opposite of the anti-vision. All the mundane stuff, I don't like that. The creative stuff, I do like that. So I'm going to double down and do more of that stuff and find other people to do that mundane stuff for me. Perhaps whether they love that stuff, and if they do, shout out to them, because like I can't do that shit. Or if I'm just paying someone who was in the situation I was in like a few years back, and they're just getting like, instead of working retail or customer service, they're doing this for me instead. You see what I mean? So I'm creating my life through an anti-vision. So just a quick little concept I want to share today. Hopefully it helps you as well. And check out Dan Koe, because he has a lot of valuable content. All right, I'll see you in the next video.